So a man says, I stopped. Why doesn't she trust me yet? What would you tell them?
What's your experience with that?
Well, okay, so my response to that has traditionally been that, well, you know you stopped. She doesn't know that you stopped, right? In the sense that, yeah, okay, you may not be acting out anymore, but they can't live in your head. You may have all the solidarity and commitment, and you've overcome it, and you know you have, and you're doing your work every day and going to group and all this stuff, but they don't know that. And one of the things I say to them is trust is rebuilt with consistent behavior and no surprises. But in truth, a lot of these guys, their significant others, have discovered multiple times them acting out, saying that they're going to be done with it. So it's like it's going to take some time, right?
Well, yeah, and they're
Consistent
suffering.
behavior,
You
no
got to
surprises.
give these people a little a little slack here. That they're suffering from post traumatic stress disorder, a form of it. That's the only diagnosis you can give it because they've been
Yeah,
repeatedly slammed by infidelity,
right.
by abandonment, by betrayal, by you, and you did it. And so if you cause the problem, then you're going to have to pay attention. You're going to have some patience and
Mm-hmm,
understanding, and you don't get angry when they don't trust you. Then
mm-hmm.
you go into recovery mode and you start talking about what you're doing with us or what your practice is or uh, getting out my book or the other book that we have you read, the Eckhart Tolle book. You get that
Yep.
book out and you say, could you read this with me and maybe this will answer your question. So,
Mm.
I do the beard test or bring something up that's going to help them because not only your software has to be updated, but your partner's software.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Is
And I
that
think
your
that's
experience with men that you
well,
treat?
yeah, I think you're right. I think it's having some patience. I think some of that is how, and I'd love your opinion on this. I think some of that is how men are wired. We're like, okay, we're done, we did it, on to the next thing, and it's like we don't move on that quickly, or they're not going to move on that quickly. I think some of that is how men are wired, and I think it's a difference between men and women with regards to being able to let go of, not in a negative way. I'm not saying you need to let go of that, just our ability to move on from it,
All right.
move on from something, especially if we haven't caused the pain ourselves, right? Um, and I think some of it is them still struggling with it makes it feel like they're being reminded of who they used to be. And some of that is like you've got to give them that space to kind of heal. You want to see forward movement in that healing, but it may be a slow pace. And I think sometimes it's like, all right, can we just get on with it? And it's like, that's not how it works.